Hi everybody, this is Joe Germanario with Living Enzo Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me for this class focusing on twists and balance. For this class, you'll need 2 blocks. It is possible to do the class without those blocks, but best if you have 2 yoga blocks to use. And we'll start in a cross-legged position. If you have those blocks, there's an option here to sit on them, so you can place them under the buttocks, as you see I'm doing in the video. Or if you feel comfortable and you have a tall spine without the blocks under you, you just go ahead and place them at the front of the mat so they're ready for you. Once you've got your blocks either under you or at the front of the mat, come back to that cross-legged position, tall spine, closing the eyes, and starting to breathe now in and out through the nose. Inhaling fully and exhaling completely without forcing. As you continue to breathe in this way, root your 2 sit bones. Those 2 bones that you feel when you sit on a hard surface, make sure you're on the top of them. Press them down to help you sit up taller. Continue to breathe in and out through the nose, keeping a tall spine, and yet still a sense of relaxation around that height. Now we're going to inhale, open your arms up wide and reach towards the sky. Bring the hands shoulder distance apart, each palm facing the other, fingers engaged and reaching, but drawing your shoulder blades down so the arms remain integrated with the body. Keep rooting the sit bones and lengthen from your hips to your armpits, though the sides of the body are going long as well. On an exhale, take your right arm down behind you and lift your left arm outside of your thigh. Inhale, lengthen the spine again, and as you exhale, draw your belly button in towards your spine and begin to twist. Continue to cultivate length in the spine on every inhale, and explore the twist on every exhale. On the next inhale, reach your hands up above your head. Create length, and then as you exhale, take the left hand down behind you and the right hand on the outside of the thigh. Once again, root both sit bones. Inhale to lengthen the spine, reaching the top of the head towards the sky, and as you exhale, softening the muscles around the spine to help you twist. Yes, there's effort. Yes, you're using your abdominal muscles to help you, but as much as possible, we're trying to soften the muscles around the spine. Inhale once again, come back to center, reach up, creating length once again, and then on the exhale, take that right hand down by your hip on the side. Inhale, create length through the left arm, and exhale, leaning over to the right side. Keep both sit bones rooted, especially that left one. Don't let it lift off the ground. And on an exhale, every exhale, explore going a little more deeply. On the next inhale, come back to center. We're going to switch directly to the other side. Take the left hand down, reach the right hand up, and then exhale, going back to the other side. Every inhale, trying to create space in that side of the body, this place that rarely do we have a chance to open up. Keep breathing here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, come back to center, reach up, and exhale. Let's plant the hands down in front of you. Come onto hands and knees, placing the hands shoulder distance apart, so the hands right beneath the shoulders and knees right beneath the hips. Lengthen the arms and root the hands into the ground. Then on an inhale, you're going to arch the back, lifting your head, lifting the chest, and exhale, round the back, drawing your belly button in towards your spine. On the inhale, you arch, continuing to move this way, lifting your chest. And on the exhale, you round the spine, chin towards your chest, navel in towards your spine. Keep the hands rooted and the arms straight. Don't let the arms bend. Be really aware of that. We want to open up the chest with the arms straight and round the back with the arms straight. If your knees are hurting, you can take a moment and fold the mat. Now take the hands 1 hand distance forward, tuck your toes, and exhale, lift your hips up towards the corner of the room behind you. We're coming into downward dog, the chest moving towards the thighs. And to start off, you can just walk the dog a little bit, extending one leg and bending the other. And gradually coming to a more still position where both legs are straight, bring your feet hip distance apart. Make sure the hands are still shoulder distance apart. You're pressing the ground down and away. We're going to walk forward. Exhale, step both legs forward. Relax here, take your elbows into your hands, and just hang out. If you need, you can bend the knees, but make sure the head is heavy. You're grabbing the elbows. With each hand, elbows are grabbed. Taking a few breaths here, letting the weight of your head decompress your spine. We're going to release the arms, take the blocks out in front of you, come up halfway, which means high enough that you can get a long spine with straight legs. Sometimes you have to come up even higher than the blocks. Take the hands to the hips, and on an inhale with strong legs and strong abs, keep the back straight and come all the way up. Now that we're standing tall, make sure the feet are hip distance apart. Release the hands down by your hips and root the four corners of each foot. Inhale, reach the hands up above the head. Exhale, bring the hands back down to the center of the chest. We're just going to keep that a couple of times. So on the inhale, with strong legs, open the arms up wide and reach up towards the top as high as you can. And exhale, stand tall with the hands towards the chest. Prayer position. Inhaling, opening the arms up wide. And exhaling, folding this time, diving up and over the thighs, bringing the head down, touching the ground with the palms. Inhale, come halfway up, come up high enough that you can get length in the spine, and then exhale, exploring going low. If you can't touch the ground, use blocks, but have your hands on something. Inhale, open the arms up wide, reach up towards the sky once again, palms touch, and then exhale, hands come back down to the center of the chest. Doing that same routine, we're going to inhale, open the arms, reach towards the ceiling, feet are strong and rooted. Exhale, open the arms, dive up and over your thighs, folding towards the ground, palms on something. Inhale, come halfway up, fingertips maybe on the blocks, or even bring the hands to the thighs if you need. And then exhale, folding, bringing your belly button in and up to help you create length as you fold. Engage the legs, inhale, open the arms up wide, and reach up towards the sky. Keep the legs long and strong. As you exhale, bring the hands down to heart center, crown of the head reaching upwards. Stick with me, inhale, open the arms up wide. This time, we're exhaling, still diving forward, but grab those blocks, or if you don't have the blocks, bend the legs so you can touch the floor. Inhale, come halfway up, and then exhale, we're going and stepping that left leg way back. So bring the blocks by your heels, step that left leg way back, coming into this leopard lunge. That right knee is above the right heel. Make sure that's true. Left heel is above the left toes. And if you need, you can lower the blocks or even take the blocks away. Make sure that your hip is in the same level with your right knee. Lengthen that left leg completely, and on an exhale, come back to plank. Once you're in plank, inhale just to stabilize, and then exhale, come all the way down to the ground. Point your toes, root your feet, root your pubic bone, and on an inhale, peel your chest away from the ground. On your exhale, back down to the ground, but keep rooting the feet and the pubic bone. On the next inhale, we lift back up, lifting the chest, peeling it away from the ground. We're going to do that one more time after this. So exhale, fold, back down to the ground, keep the feet, the foundation of the pubic bone rooted, and then inhale, open up the chest, shoulders away from your ears, keep rooting the pubic bone. On the next exhale, come back down. Now, on your inhale, lift up onto your knees, tuck your toes, bring your bum down towards your heels, root your hands, and then exhale, lift your hips up, lengthen your legs, adjust yourself for downward facing dog. Looking between your inner upper thighs, the palms are rooted. We take a moment here. Now, on an inhale, lift your left leg, and then exhale, walk the left leg through. Take the blocks if you need. Now we're in the leopard lunge on the other side. Create length through that back leg. Right leg as straight as can be. Even if you have to lift the hips higher than you want, left knee above the left heel, not in front of it. Right heel above the right toes as best you can and your flexibility allows. Create length from coccyx, your tailbone, all the way to the crown of the head, and exhale. Let's step forward. We place the feet one next to the other, and on the inhale, we come halfway up, finding that length in the spine. On the exhale, bring your belly button in towards your spine and fold forward, bringing the chin in towards the chest. And then inhale, open the arms up wide, come all the way up, reaching towards the sky. Exhale, hands come back down to heart center, standing tall. On the next inhale, open the arms up wide once again. On the exhale, we're folding down. Inhale, halfway up. And on the exhale, take the blocks by the heels, walk the left leg way back, take the left knee down to the ground this time. Inhale, lift your hands up above your head, coming into Anjaneyasana, this low lunge. So keep that right foot rooted, left leg strong, and then on the exhale, we're going to take that left elbow outside the left thigh, coming into a prayer twist. If it won't get there, you can just grab the thigh with the hand and place the right hand on the other hand. If you like, you can lift the knee for a couple of breaths here into this twisted lunge, or you can keep the knee on the ground. On the next inhale, come back to center. Exhale, come back to plank. Inhale to stabilize, and then exhale to the ground. On the inhale, lift the chest, your feet are rooted. We're doing the same thing we did before. And on the exhale, we're returning down to the ground, lifting up and into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up behind you. Exhale, step the left leg through. Take the right knee down to the ground and inhale, bring the hands up above the head. Once again, Anjaneyasana on the other side. Rooting that left foot. On an exhale now, we're going to take that right elbow outside the left thigh. Remember, if you can't get the elbow outside the left thigh, just grab it with the hand. If you have the elbow outside the left thigh, take the left hand on top in a prayer twist. Option here to lift the right knee and extend completely, but you can keep the right knee on the ground. On the next inhale, come back to center. And then on an exhale, taking your blocks if you need them, step forward to the front of the mat, placing the foot next to the other. Inhale, we come halfway up. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, come all the way up. On the next exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhaling. Bend your legs, bring your hips back, lift your arms up, coming into chair. Make sure that your weight is a little more in the heels. Your tailbone is reaching downwards, so there's no pressure in the lower back, and your biceps are moving in a direction that one day they'll be next to the ears. You're looking forward, so you're not craning the neck. The spine is long from tailbone to crown of head. Stay here, exploring going deeper with no pain in the knees. Exhale, lengthen the legs, lengthen the spine, and fold forward. On the inhale, come halfway up, and then on the exhale, fold once again. Inhale with strength, come all the way up, reaching up towards the sky. On the exhale, hands to heart center. On an inhale, open the arms up wide. And on an exhale, bring the hands down to heart center, but bend the knees and bring the hips way back. Inhale, create length in the spine. And then on your exhale, grab the right thigh with the left hand. Option here to take the left elbow outside the left thigh. You can place the right hand on the sacrum, or you can put the right hand on top of the left hand, coming into a prayer twist here. Keep both knees parallel. Don't let one go in front of the other. Hold for another breath. On the inhale, come to center, lengthen into halfway up, and then on the exhale, fold forward. On the next inhale, come all the way up, reaching the hands up towards the sky. On the exhale, hands back to heart center. We're going to go into the other side now. So inhale, open the arms up wide, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center, bring the hips back, bend the knees. Inhale, create lots of length in the spine, and then exhale. Once again, grabbing the outside of the thigh with the right hand, or taking the left elbow outside that thigh. Place the left hand on the sacrum, or option here to take the left hand and place it onto the right hand into prayer twist. Check your knees, make sure they're parallel. Adjust your hips to find knees parallel, super important. And then on the next inhale, you're coming back to center, going into halfway up. So straighten the legs, lengthen the spine. exhale, you're folding forward, and then with strength in the legs, lift the two toes to assure it. Inhale, come all the way up, open the arms, reach towards the sky, and then exhale, hands back to heart center. Inhale, open the arms up wide, reach towards the sky, root the feet. Exhale, dive with a long spine up and over the thighs. On your next inhale, come halfway up, creating lots of length in the spine, shoulders away from ears. And then exhale, blocks by the heels, walk the left foot back. But this time, let's walk the blocks all the way to the center, pivoting on the heels so all 10 toes are pointing to the side of the mat. Inhale, come all the way up, and then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Make sure the outside of the heels are in line with the outside of the baby toes. Open your arms up to the side and try to have your outside of your heels in line with the wrists. This is a guideline. We do our best as we can. Now inhale, open the arms up, reach them towards the sky, create space from hips to armpits. So super long sides of your body here. Keep rooting through the outer heels in both directions, and then exhale, bring the hands down to the hips. On the next inhale, with still strength in the legs, we lift the chest and then exhale, fold forward. Keeping the hands on the hips, we're trying to find a trajectory that one day the crown of the head will touch the ground. Keep inhaling to lengthen and exhaling to explore, going a little lower. Keep the weight pressing through the heels and then inhale, come all the way up. Turn the right foot to face the front of the mat. Lift your right hand in the same direction as the foot. Reach as far as you can forward, hinging at the hip, and then bring the right hand onto the shin. Press through the hand to open the chest, and then bring the left hand down, forward, and up. Triangle. If you'd like to learn more about triangle and all the ins and outs of it, please join my membership and you can gain the tutorial. Now, on the next inhale, we're coming all the way up. We're going to pivot the right foot and then pivot the left foot. So the left foot's facing what once was behind us. Take the right hand on the hip and then reach the left hand as far forward as you can, hinging at the hip. Once you're as far as you can go, take that left hand down to the left shin. Press into the shin, lengthen the arm, open the chest towards the side, and then bring the left hand down, forward, and up. Make sure there's strength in the right leg, like you want to press the mat down and away from you, and there's strength in the left leg. Same idea. Another inhale here, exhale here, and then on the next inhale, come up all the way. Keep your arms shoulder height, pivot the left foot to face the same direction as the right. All 10 toes facing the side of the mat. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands back to the shoulder height. Inhale, create length in the spine, and then exhale, hinge at the hips to fold forward. Find a height, hands on blocks or floor, but make sure your spine is long. If you're rounding too much in the spine, come up higher. Once you find the height, take a block or just your hand and align it with the center of your chest. Left hand down, and then inhale, lift the right hand up. Don't let the left thigh collapse. Don't let the left hip collapse. Only reach as high as your flexibility allows. Don't strain here. It's a very easy posture to strain in. Take the right hand down, place it exactly where the left hand was, and on an inhale, twisting once again, lifting that left hand. Don't let the right hip collapse. Keep the hips parallel and only reach so high as your spine allows. Be able to breathe. Exhale, bring the hand back down, place both hands on the blocks, and now we're going to walk the blocks back to the right side. Place one block on either side of the right foot, come onto the ball of the left foot, inhale to prepare yourself, and exhale, step forward with strength and intention. On the next inhale, come halfway up, creating lots of length, and on the exhale, we fold, bringing the belly button in towards the spine, chin towards the chest. Lift the toes to engage the legs. Inhale, open the arms, and come up all the way, reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. But staying where you are, bring your feet together. Release the shoulders a bit. Inhale, open the arms up wide and reach towards the sky. Exhale, bring your right arm under your left, coming into eagle posture. Now, if you can't grab the hand, you grab the thumb, or you just place your hands on the shoulder. But right hand, right arm under left, and squeeze your arms together. On an exhale, bend the legs. Inhale, lift the right leg, and exhale, cross the right leg over the left, seeing if you can tuck those right toes behind the right calf. Breathing here now, squeezing everything together. It's going to help us for our next posture. Even if you're not crossed very tightly with the legs, still squeezing as best you can to create that connection. Inhale, unravel, lift the knee, coming into crane posture, and then exhale, landing softly, placing the foot exactly next to the other foot. We're going right into the other side. Inhale, open the arms up wide, and this time you're taking the left arm under the right. Grabbing the palm, choosing your option, either grabbing the shoulders or grabbing the thumb, and then on an exhale, bending down, inhale, lift the knee up and over, crossing. You can see I can't get the left leg to get the toes behind the calf. It's not a problem. I'm still reaching in that direction. There's no knee pain here. I'm just squeezing into center, staying stable on one leg as best as I can. Even if I'm grabbing my shoulders, I'm doing my best while I'm here. Another breath here. Then on the inhale, unravel the arms, lift up into crane, and exhale, land, bringing the foot exactly right next to the other. Now, for this next posture, inhale, open up wide, exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, step back into plank completely, all the way to the ground. Inhale, root the feet, lift the chest, pubic bone down. Exhale, push up using your knees if you need, and come up into downward facing dog, lifting the hips up behind you towards the room, the roof, the ceiling, up and behind. Take a breath or two here. And then exhale, walk, step, or jump to the front of the mat. On the inhale, come halfway up, and on the exhale, fold once again, belly towards spine. Then inhale, open the arms up wide with a long back, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now this time, take a big step back with that left leg. Turn the left toes about 45 degrees, even more towards the front of the mat. Take the left hip forward and the right hip back. Your left heel is on the ground. Take your hands behind your back, and you can go into reverse prayer if you're familiar with it, but if not, just see if you can grab the elbows behind the back. If you can't do this either, just place the hands on the hips. On an inhale, lift the chest, and then exhale, folding forward. Keep your left hip coming forward and your right hip coming back. Both feet are pressing into opposite directions as if you wanted to tear the mat apart. Your left heel's rooted, your right foot's rooted, and every inhale you create length in the spine, and every exhale you fold. Inhale, come back up. Keep the arms where they are, even if they're on the hips or in prayer position. Pivot to the other side of the mat. So now the left toes are pointing forward. The right toes are pointing 60 degrees forward. And we take that right hip forward, left hip back. Press into both legs like you want to tear the mat apart. And on the exhale, fold forward, bringing the head towards the knee. As if one day you're going to kiss your knee. That's the trajectory you're trying to find. There's no pain in the lower back at all. And every inhale, you're creating length in the spine as best you can without pain, and every exhale you're folding a little more forward. Inhale, come up all the way, pivot the feet all the way back to the front of the mat, release the arms, come onto the ball of the left foot, and exhale, step forward. On the next inhale, open the arms up wide towards the sky. On the exhale, bring the hands down towards heart center. For this next posture, we're going to lift that right leg, take the left hand on the outside of the right leg, and just stabilize. Then take that right arm, opening the chest. So you take the right hand behind you, looking to your side. You keep the left knee in line with the left hip as we come into this twist. If you feel stable, you can look at the right thumb. Trying to keep your balance in this precarious position. Come back to center now, and then release the foot down. I'm changing sides just so you can continue to see me, but now we're going to lift that left leg up, take the right hand on the outside of that left thigh, open the left hand with straight arm to the back, and turn the chest towards the left. Once again, trying to find stability here. Keep the right leg completely straight and the left knee in line with the left hip. Once you feel stable, if you feel stable, you can turn your gaze towards that left thumb. Stay here. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, land. Let's flow. Inhale, open the arms up wide. On the exhale, dive up and over your thighs. On the inhale, come halfway up. On the exhale, hands to the ground, walk, step, or jump back to plank and come down to the ground. Point the toes, root the pubic bone. Inhale, keep the pubic bone rooted as you lift the chest. Option to just hold here, or lifting the feet up behind you, pressing the big toes into one another for a few more seconds. Chest and legs lifted. Then on an exhale, you're going to come back down. Everything come back to the ground. On the inhale, you're lifting up and exhaling back into downward facing dog. On the next exhale, jump and come to a seated position. Uncross the legs, bring the feet out in front of you. Take that left leg as close to the thigh as you can, bending the left leg. And then inhale, create length in the left arm, and exhale, twist. Every inhale, create length, and every exhale, twisting a little more deeply. Come back to center, extend the leg. Now bend the right leg, bring the left hand behind the back. Inhale, lift the right arm up and above to create length, and then exhale, take the right elbow on the inside of the right thigh. Inhale, create length using that backhand to help you. And then exhale, twisting a little more deeply. Inhale, come back to center. Extend the legs out in front of you, cross the legs, plant the hands, and jump back, bringing yourself all the way to the ground. Plant the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift the chest. On the exhale, come back down, tuck the toes, lift up in a push-up, and bring your hips back and up into downward facing dogs. Exhale, jump forward, come back to a seated position. Extend the left leg out in front of you and cross the right leg over the left thigh. The right leg is bent. Hug the left knee, then lift that left hand up and bring the elbow on the outside of the left knee. Place your right hand down behind you to support you as you twist. If the knee is too hard to cross with the arm, just hug the knee with the elbow or the wrist. Then come back to center, extend the right leg, take that left foot in, cross the left foot over the right, and hug the right knee. Same option, you can hug it with the elbow, hug it with the wrist, or lift the right hand up and cross the elbow over. Plant the left hand down to help you lift high and lengthen the spine. Staying here for another breath, choosing the option and staying with it, the one that works for you. Every inhale, create length, and every exhale, exploring your twist a little more deeply. Then on the inhale, you're coming back to center, uncross the legs. You're going to cross the legs, plant the hands in front, jump back, root the feet, root the pubic bone, inhale, lift the chest. On the exhale, push up into downward facing dog. Inhale, create length, adjust, stabilize. Here we can pivot a little bit, but on the exhale, we're jumping through, crossing the legs and kicking out. Roll back, place your hands behind your head, bend the legs and lift the feet. On an exhale, bring your right elbow to your left knee and extend the right leg. Inhale, center. Other elbow, other knee, inhale, center. So exhale, right elbow, left knee, inhale, center. Left elbow, right knee, inhale, center. Exhale, touch the elbow, inhale, center. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, inhale, center. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. A few more. Exhale, right elbow, left knee, inhale, center. Left elbow, right knee, inhale, center. Right elbow, left knee, inhale, center. Keep it up now. Other elbow, inhale, center. Bring the feet back down to the ground. Place the hands under the buttocks and extend the legs up above the head. On an exhale, keep the legs straight and bring your feet down 6 inches. Keep your lower back pressing down towards the ground. Keep your throat soft. On the next exhale, we're going to bring the feet down another 6 inches. Yeah, try to get it 6 inches just above the ground. Hold it there. Throat soft, lower back, rooting, pubic bone, coccyx reaching forward, and then lift up 6 inches. 3, 2, 1. And then we go all the way up. Hold for a second. We're going for a 10-second descent. All right, keep the legs straight, throat soft for 10, 9, 8, nice and smooth, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, and all the way down to the ground. Nice. Relax just for a second. Bend the legs and just feel the activity that's kind of woken up in your core. And we're going to go for a nice restorative twist here. We're going to lift the hips, move them to the left, walk the legs to the left, then lift the knees, bring them towards the chest, bring the arms shoulder height to each side, and then bring the knees down to the right. So it's okay if your knees don't touch the ground. You can place a block under them. It's okay if your left shoulder lifts up off the ground. But place the right hand on the left thigh if you like, or keep it on the ground. For a full twist, you can turn your gaze towards the left, turning the head completely to the left. We're here for a few more breaths, but feel how the core can help you in this twist. Now, inhale, come back to center, place the feet, place the pelvis back in the center and keep walking it. This time you're moving the pelvis to the right about 6 inches. Lift the knees, bring them towards the chest, and on an exhale, twist towards the left. If the knees are floating, place a block under the knees. If the shoulder's floating, that's okay. Don't force the shoulder to the ground, but be more interested in keeping your shoulder closer to the ground than getting the knees to the ground. That's really the tip here. Breathing deeply. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just breathe here. Now inhale back to center. You're going to place the pelvis back in the center. Bring the feet close enough to the buttocks that you could just touch the heels. Now bend your arms at the elbow. Point your fingers up towards the sky. And then press your elbows into the ground. With the feet hip distance apart, on an inhale, lift your hips up. So really think of this like your hips are being lifted from the outer hip. Keep your knees in line with your hips. Don't let them splay outwards. Keep your toes, all 10 of them, pointing forward. As you lift the hip a little bit further, bring the sternum towards your chin. Keep rooting your triceps, rooting your elbows, lifting the hips for another breath or two. No pain in the lower back. Reach the tailbone towards the front of the room to help you reduce the pressure in the spine of the lower back. Okay, last breath here. Make it count. And then on the next exhale, coming all the way back down to the ground. Great. Relax your hands, fold it on the chest if you like, leaving the legs where they are and just taking a deep breath for a moment. Then extending both legs out in front of you, letting the feet and the legs relax, feet splay out. Breathing here, and then placing the hands down below the shoulders, but not right next to the hips, about like a foot or something like that away from the hips. Untuck the shoulders, balance the weight between the two sides of your sacrum, and let go here. There's really nothing to do now. This is Shavasana. We call this in English corpse pose. And you are trying to let go. Let go completely. Let go so that it feels like your cells are falling away and loosening, decomposing even into the ground. If it's hard for you to relax, make your focus relaxing your face. Relax your face so much that it feels like the skin is falling away from the bone. That the forehead bone is detaching from the skin. The eyes are falling towards the back of the skull. Let go. Let go. Nothing to do. Just keep softening. Keep letting go. And then slowly the breath starts to deepen. The fingers and toes start to move. And that new life starts spreading through the body, hands and feet, legs and arms, all culminating in some kind of stretch that feels good. From head to toe, something that just feels like you're waking up after a long nap. And then when you're ready, turning over onto your side, taking a few breaths in the fetus position. Enjoy that breath or two, maybe 3 even. And making your way to a comfortable seated position, preferably cross-legged, but if it causes you pain, finding an option that works for you. Placing your hands in a way that can be relaxed, sitting tall. And all we're going to do here is take a moment and notice perhaps you feel different from when you began. We'll finish the class with 3 deep breaths together. So inhale through the nose and out through the mouth with a sigh. Again. Last one, deepest one. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you again. Please like, subscribe, or comment below. This is Joe Germanario with Living Enzo Yoga. Peace.